Hi everyone, my name is Mezonic. I'm an international artist, songwriter, and producer. On the last video, we talked about building black wealth, and real quick, we talked about flooding the market with small businesses and artists focusing on always selling merchandise, CDs, DVDs, instead of waiting for the big check, and also performing. We talked about major labels focusing on breaking artists statewide instead of nationwide, and then artists doing the same thing as well. But the major labels again are ran by corporations and Jewish people, so they're gonna make their own rules. So that's why artists gonna have to do this on their own. Okay, so today's topic is building black wealth, but I said I was going to have some type of statistics or data, for people to at least go by. And I was doing some research about the top 20 black banks. The data I came across, and I'm going to have to research this again, was actually posted on March the 1st of 2013. But I have the six black banks that's listed here. I did find 20, but I didn't have the time to write all that stuff down. But the six black banks, and you can find this on the website hbcumoney.com. That's hbcumoney.com. So the six black banks that I found so far, the first one is called Al-America Bank, and this is located in Birmingham, Alabama. It was founded in January 28th of 2000. The FDIC region is Atlanta, and at the time, which is 2013, the assets at that time was about $35,404,000. The next bank is called Broadway Federal Bank, and FSB is located in Los Angeles, California. It was founded in February 26th of 1947, so this has been around for a while. The FDIC location for this bank is in San Francisco, and at the time of 2013, the assets in March was $385,055,000. The next one is called Capital City Bank and Trust Company. It's located in Atlanta, Georgia. The FDIC location is in Atlanta, Georgia, and it was founded in October 3rd of 1994. At the time that it posted this publication or publishing, the assets was $294,572. So the next one is called Carver State Bank, and it's located in Savannah, Georgia. It was founded on January 1st, 1927. FDIC location Atlanta. The total assets is at the time of 2013 was $41,573. The fifth one is Citizens Trust Bank. It's located in Atlanta, Georgia. It was founded on June 18, 1921. The FDIC location is Atlanta, and the assets in 2013 was $392,286. City, the last one I have on the list is called City NB of New Jersey. It's located in Newark, New Jersey. It was founded in June of 1973. The FDIC region is New York. At the time of 2013 March, the total assets was $340 million, 301,000. So you have these banks, and as I was stating on my previous video, I think part 3, I was talking about, on part 3 of one of these videos, I was talking about how these banks should kind of provide low interest rate and low terms. Well, this is the chance for us right here, because we all need to do research. So we all need to do research on these banks, the top 20 black-owned banks throughout the country, and we should all open an account with them. But you can also ask them for who, like if you have suggestions, who can you turn that into. So while you're opening your account, make sure to write a short letter and just ask them to lower. You got to be specific on this as well. While you're opening your account, you have to ask them to lower the interest rate, and lower the terms for the black community. To lower the interest rate on a mortgage loan, on auto loans, and small business loans for the African American community throughout the country, and lower the terms. You have to write them, or you can even ask, like if you have suggestions like that, who you can speak to. You have to call these banks, whichever bank you're going to decide to open with. But this is a good one for churches. So black churches, it's good to work together, but if you can come together, this is still a way for you to invest in a black-owned bank that's going to in turn help out the community. As I was reading that list, I also noticed a lot of banks are in Atlanta and in Georgia, so that's a good thing. That's why a lot of African Americans are in that state, because they have a lot of educated African Americans and black people in the state of Georgia, in Atlanta especially, and people who are involved with music and acting and stuff like that. So, but yeah, with these banks, we should all do our research first. We should all try to open at least one account, like a savings account or something. And then we could all, while you're opening your account, would be the best time for you to ask these people, if they start getting an influx of letters or calls about lowering interest rate to help out the black community, or lowering the term on mortgage loans, like instead of a 30-year mortgage to get a 15 years, if they start getting an influx of people asking the same thing, it's going to spark a change. They're going to want to have to change. Now, it will be a little bit easier if you have these black churches working together and doing that, but that might not happen in a faster time. So this is something you could do as an individual. And another thing is, once you open an account with them, you tell them you're going to refer a lot of people, because people don't know about these banks, in other states. But you're going to refer people to these banks, so their feedback will be, greatly appreciated. But you want to also give suggestions for changes. The next thing is, I want to talk about this because, it's something that's been on my mind. You have a lot of black people who have money but don't know what to do with their money. They have money, they don't know how to invest. You have a lot of black dope boys, D boys. I didn't want to put y'all out there like that, but you have a lot of dope boys that have money, but they don't know what to do with their money. And I think if you have money, and when I'm saying money, I'm talking about at least $50,000 to $100,000 cash. First of all, you need to start thinking about ways to use that money and flip it to become legal. The mafia did this before. Other people always do stuff like that. instead of you having to look over your shoulders left and right, turn the money into legal money. The way you could do that is start a business. The easiest business for you to get into, I think one of the easiest businesses for dope boys to transition from their life into the legal life will be a store business. But if you don't want to do that, a lot of people are interested in music. So you could sign an artist or sign artists in your neighborhood. You have to sign artists who are going to be about telling stories about the dope life but getting away from their life, or sign artists who would just talk positive music. I mean, they could. You always have to sign artists who are versatile. So basically, they could make music about anything, but they could also make club music. So you have to do that because that's the way you're gonna make money. But at the same time, you want an artist. You can't be changing your lifestyle and want an artist to still put out the same filth in the community. So you have to sign an artist, or sign a few artists that would be putting out positive music. They could still do club records here and there, but the bulk of their messages have to be positive. That's one way you could jump into that business. And do you know that just in the South, with the right radio promoter, you can spend up to maybe $3,000 and your artist will be known throughout their region. Throughout the country, you're gonna have to spend at least 10 grand on one song plus for your artist to really be known on the radio all over the country. So, but that's money you have. 10,000 is nothing for you. So you just gotta go through the right people, and do your research. If you're not sure how to do the research, you have relatives who are educated. You have friends, you could talk to them. You have friends of friends. That's what you need to do. You can't just jump into that business without doing research. The next thing you could do is you could become store owners. So you could own a laundromat, you could own a convenience store. To me, a convenience store or a small little grocery store is good because you could always give out loans to the community. Like people who might need loans, you could give out loans to them. They might need loans to start their own business. They might need loans for whatever else. You know these people already, and you know they're not gonna shit on you basically because they know your character. They know what you've been through. So, and then you're not gonna give them all your money either. You're just gonna test them out. You give them $500. You take a little interest, 20% on that. But you have a store going, and then you giving out loans. That's another way to flip their money, and turn it into a legal business. So, and then buying and selling houses. You have a lot of cheap homes around, 20,000 here, 8,000. I mean, you're gonna have to do some fixing, and again, you're gonna have to do some research. You're gonna have to get with someone who has knowledge and idea on this stuff because you have the money to front it, but you're gonna have to do that. You can always get into the promotions business as well, like bringing major artists to the city. A lot of people who were involved with that dope game, they ended up legalizing the money by getting into promotions. So that's another way, because you don't want to be living and having to look over your shoulders from people who might just be against you, or look over your shoulders from cops and that too. So you want to kind of legalize your money, and everything has to be a process. You can't just jump one day and do it. Take your time, do some research, get with the right people, start taking time out to really learn about this business that you want to get involved with. I personally feel like the best business you could get involved with is business of your hobby. So whatever your hobby is that you could probably turn into money, it's going to be the best business, because you're not going to get tired with your hobby. It's in you. It's something that's been in you for life. So you're gonna always love it. But if you do something you don't really love, that's when people end up just closing it or selling the business after a little while because they don't love it. You have to do what you love. Do a hobby business, something you love, and if you have money to put behind it, it's really gonna work because you already love it. It will never look like you're working. It will just be like, I'm just killing time. I'm not really working. So that's it for today. I mean, to go over what I started with, I talked about the black banks. There are 20 top 20 black banks around the country. Everyone needs to do their research, find which one you feel is closer to you, and at least open an account with them. While you open an account with them, make sure to write a letter or something, and or ask them if you could just give a suggestion. Ask them to consider lowering the mortgage loan, auto loans, and small business loan term, which is the years on the loan, as well as the interest rate, and also, like, people with black people who have money but don't know what to do with their money, get with people to try to do some research and start a legal business, on the side. Dope boys, same thing. Try to start something on the side. Try to start something that's your hobby, and to get away from that lifestyle, because that lifestyle will only lead you to your death. I had a cousin who got killed, but that lifestyle, that street life, will lead you to your death or in jail, and that's it. So, but that's it for today. I'm gonna plug my album. Make sure to support your boy. The album is called Inspire 2, and it's on iTunes, Amazon, everywhere. It's on my website, www.mrpellc.com/inspire. If you need consulting, small business consulting, contact me. I'm gonna have my contact information under there. If you need technology repair, like TV repairs, contact me as well. Bookings, I'll come out and speak to the youth. I'll come out and also perform to birthday parties or whatever else. Feel free to contact me. One love. Peace.